Good evening, fellow treble winners. Manchester City are through to the next stage of the Champions League, the knockout stage. United are making a bit of a meal of it right now, aren't they? As I'm doing this video, 2-2 currently United. You got to burp while you can, you got to enjoy it. But anyway, 5 things that we learned from Manchester City's 3-0 victory over Young Boys last night. Men against boys. It was in a very enjoyable game of football. It's not all positive news, unfortunately, but still plenty to talk about and plenty to enjoy from the world of Manchester City. Watching Pep's sides be as fun and entertaining as always. Of course, there's more to talk about than just 5 things. That's why the match reaction came out this morning. Go check it out if you haven't wanted to. If you haven't already. And of course, I was involved on the We're Not Really Here podcast today over on BBC Manchester, which you can give a watch and a listen if you want to as well. Go check that over there. But today, of course, I'm going to run through 5 things that I took from that game. Beforehand, I want to talk about the most incredible competition that I've seen in absolutely ages that you can get involved. Wrong button. There we go. The video isn't over yet. Look at this. Now, football prizes have worked for them quite a bit before. You may have seen them on the channel. They're doing a trip, basically. A VIP trip to Belgrade for the Red Star game for 2. Where you get to fly on, like, the plane. The actual plane. I think that the private jet plane. It's like £3 to enter. £3.16. And look at this. I'll read it out now. They've got a close relationship with Manchester City. They've got 2 spaces featuring a private jet, 5-star hotels, Michelin-star restaurants, and more. You get a 2-night stay. You get a private jet charter from Manchester Terminal, private to Belgrade, 5-star hotel accommodation, private transfer to Michelin-star restaurant, a Belgrade city centre experience, the tickets, hospitality, all this kind of stuff. They're private. Basically, you're treated like, do you know in Succession where they're flown around everywhere and it's just absolute VIP stuff? Insane opportunity. It's like £3.16 to enter. Give it a go, man. What a raffle that is. And there's all these other prizes are on the side as well, like 81 tech prizes and all this kind of stuff. They're like other instant win prizes. £3.16 ends 22nd November. Look, I am going to enter this. I think I can enter it. I'm going to enter it because it's the kind of thing 2 of yous could have like a once-in-a-lifetime VIP trip on a private plane to watch Manchester City in the Champions League. Like, what more could you ask for? Like £3, it's a coffee. It's a coffee, man, at Starbucks or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of entries there, 4,000 or 5,000, but still, come on. Imagine winning that. Absolutely insane. Go and enter by clicking the link in the description below, and you can win a VIP trip to Belgrade, a beautiful city. It's like it's insane. It's absolutely insane. A 3-course dinner at Michelin-star restaurant, a 5-star hotel, private jet and private transfers. Absolutely ridiculous. Go and click that. Go and enter. The link's in the description. And good luck if you enter. If you do enter and you win it, take me with you, alright? You know, because I want to go to this. I might just enter it myself, actually. I'm going to do it after this video. Good luck if you do, and good luck if you win, because I want to know, because that's just an insane prize. And of course, even if you don't win, you could win any of these billion prizes down here as well. Well, 81 prizes, which is like great for Christmas. All these prizes and presents there. Wonderful stuff. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about for this game is that we are really going to miss John Stones. Now, unfortunately, Guardiola confirmed that John Stones is going to be out for a while. He's going to be out for a while. It's not good news at all. I don't know how long that's going to be. A while is vague, but Guardiola's taking it seriously. Given it's a recurrence of his previous injury, that was like 50-odd days apparently he was out for. You're expecting around 2 months, at least. Could be less, could be more, I don't know. But Guardiola isn't optimistic. And you could try and look at the positive side of it, but John Stones isn't naturally a very fit person. Well, he's a good-looking guy, but I mean, he's not the kind of guy who recovers well. He's not the guy who's like just one of those guys who just heals like that. Unfortunately, he's an injury-prone man. Like he misses a lot of games of football. He's a bit Vincent Kompany way that way. A great player like Vincent Kompany and a natural leader, but he's not the kind of guy who heals quickly. So I'm gonna take the negative slant on this. And the reason we're gonna miss him is, I mean, what I learned from last night. We know he's gonna miss him. That's not new information. But the angle I'm taking here is that he essentially played the Rodri role last night. He is the backup to Rodri. I think we saw it confirmed by the fact that he played as a number 4. He played as a number 6, sorry. Old school number 4, number shirt, but number 6 role, if that makes sense. He played as a number 6, as the backup, and a role that Calvin Phillips hasn't been trusted, or not Nunes or Kovacic on their own. Stones was the backup to Rodri. He played there last night. Rodri got a rest. We're going to miss it because Rodri won't get a rest if Stones is out. He played there. He was absolutely excellent. He's probably the best in the world to do that Rodri role as a defensive midfielder. That isn't Rodri. Maybe someone like Declan Rice could have been good there or something like that. But I wouldn't have anyone other than John Stones in that role because he's perfect for it. We're going to miss him because he's got better and better and better, and we got that quality. It's stupid. It's stupid. Like, to lose that player like that, it's devastating, man. It's absolutely devastating. We're going to miss his quality, but we're going to miss the fact that he gives Rodri a rest and that he makes us so tactically astute as well. Second thing, though, is more positive. Look, the Harren debate and discourse feels absolutely childish now when we watch it. We had about 2 weeks where people were telling us he was sort of found out and he was finished. Like, come on, everyone, grow up. Look at what we're witnessing here. He is absolutely not normal. We didn't learn this as such, but maybe we were reminded of it. And we need to remember that what he's achieving and what he has achieved is just absolutely not normal. 39 goals in 34 games so far in the Champions League. 39 goals in 34 games. He's just entered the top 20 goal scorers ever in the Champions League football at the age of 23 in 34 games. He'll overtake Aguero this season probably. He's played 70 games. He's about to catch with Mbappe. He's going to overtake the likes of Del Piero and Neymar and all that kind of stuff. It isn't normal to be that good at finishing at that age. He's an absolute freak of nature. He's a Manchester City fan. He's one of us. And still people find a way to criticise him. I know that if he was on the pitch yesterday for all of the game, he would have won that comfortably, about 5-0 in the end. Like, Haaland has those days where he misses sometimes, but look at the quality of the goals that he scored. The second goal in particular is just world class, man. The penalty, having a guy who can take a penalty is just so nice as well. I know he's missed one or two for us, but largely he's reliable. Haaland is freakishly good, and I think his own insane talents have caused this situation where people look to downplay him. It isn't necessary. Appreciate what we've got, a special footballer like Phil Foden, man. I think Phil Foden right now is in the best form he's been in a while. Like, right now, I said in the last 5 things learned that he's having quietly a great season and people sort of aren't paying attention to it. But no, this has cemented it for me. Phil yesterday was elegant, man. He was gliding about like, I don't know, like a ballet dancer at Swan Lake. He was just so elegant. Like, the way he just glides past people, the way that the ball sticks to his foot, his technique, his touch, his confidence. You can see football just coursing through him. He's just such an elegant, perfect footballer. Like, the technical ability that he's got, the way that he brings the ball to control, the quality of his goal as well. He feels such a confidence player. He really is. And I think the fact that he's not getting all these headlines, I think that's actually a good thing. I think he goes under the radar a little bit, and he's just it just sort of suits him. It sort of suits him a little bit. Like, right now, Phil is playing at a level that is really, really high. Like, very, very high. And people aren't really noticing around the world because obviously Alvarez grabs headlines, Rodri does, Harren, whatever. Stones is the lead discourse right now. Jeremy Doku's come in and change things. But Foden, like, right now on the right wing, I like him there. I like Bernardo Silva central. I like Phil Foden on the right wing or whatever. But it's like this quasi right wing stroke central thing. Whatever it is, I like Phil Foden on the pitch because, like Haaland, he does so many special things, but it's sort of been normalised. It does. I mean, I was watching a compilation of the goals that he scored in his Manchester City career, the things that he's done, the passes. He's so brilliant. He's so brilliant. But people pretend, mainly Arsenal fans admittedly, that he doesn't do it on a big stage, that he doesn't step up and do wonderful things all the time. He does. He's an absolute mesmeric footballer. But this form right now he's playing at, he's quietly having the wonderful season, and I think we need to respect that. Jack Grealish. Look, this was the most interesting story of the night for me in a positive sense. Obviously, Stone is the biggest story, but look, a lot of us have been wanting to see Jack Grealish as a potential central midfielder for an awful long time. I still think that's where he's at his best. I don't think he's an actual, like, touchline hugging left winger. Why playmaker? Yeah, sure. But in the sense that we usually deem a winger, I don't think Jack Grealish is that. Jack Grealish has always been best. And you go watch the highlights at Aston Villa. Even at his very best when he was playing on the left wing, he was cutting inside and he had a left back overlapping him, and he had other players to play and he had space to run into. So even when he was at his best for Villa, he was still sort of playing more central, even though he started as a left wing. He had a right licence to roam, and he was cutting in the midfield, cutting into central, driving through midfield all the time. And this is what we're seeing from Jack Grealish, and at his best. And I think last night Guardiola dangled a new idea in front of Jack Grealish. He's constantly looking to evolve his players, always doing that. We know Guardiola does this. Like, he's not a man who sort of rests on his laurels. He always wants to improve players, and this sort of slight indication that Jack Grealish could be a central player for Manchester City, I like it. I thought the signs of him linking up with Doku and linking up with Foden and whatever were really nice. I know it was, once again, 10 men. young boys, dead rubber. I get it. But we've seen enough in Jack Grealish's career. He's looking at me like he agrees here, by the way. I'll look back at you, Jack, as well. We've seen enough here to know that this is something that he actually can do. You know, he can do it, and he's got so much potential. I would love to see an evolution of Jack Grealish. He has the work rate, he has the technical ability, he has the touch, he can maintain the ball, he doesn't lose it, he has the passing. His passing is better and more central than it is out wide. And there's a couple of times where he got the ball where he turned and he drove past people and drove towards the edge of the area better than he would do out wide, because he's just better with that kind of central situation. To me, this could be a long-term solution for Jack Grealish, where he's better central, man. He absolutely is, and I want to see it more. Finally, Nunes is a rough diamond. Some people were down on Nunes last night. I didn't really get it. Matthias apparently is what he prefers to be called, by the way. I actually thought he had a pretty decent game. I think we judge him through the prism of Manchester City's midfielders. Correct. Absolutely correct. I'm not going to say you're wrong to say that wasn't a great Man City midfield performance. It wasn't. I don't think it was a great Manchester City midfield performance from Nunes. I think his decision-making wasn't perfect. His final ball and so on. And maybe a couple of times he was dawdling a little bit on the ball. But what I'm saying to this is, what I mean in terms of a rough diamond is that occasionally he does things that make me think, if you can just do that more regularly, you're going to be really good. Especially if you sort of mix it in with what already makes you quite an exciting midfielder. Nunes, to me, I saw a guy last night who's very comfortable at skipping past people. He's comfortable at receiving the ball in tight spaces. Doesn't always have his head up, but that can come. But he's very good at turning past people, driving the ball at the pitch. Great defensive. He works hard. He absolutely does. Good turn of pace, strong. Really, he has good natural movement, I'd say, as well. He's very good at finding space in the area. He gets forward and supports attack really well. These are the attributes I really like. And he can pass the ball, for what it's worth. He can pass the ball. His pass completion is really good. His finishing and his final awareness in terms of is not up to scratch right now. I agree with that. And I think there needs a little bit more nuance, maybe a little bit more subtlety to his game. But what I saw was a rough diamond there. The one that Guardiola spends a little bit of time, just chipping away at, polishing here and there. Take those attributes that he's got and really refine him. I think he could be a pretty special player with a little bit of TLC. Is he a great Manchester City player now? No, I think he's just an okay one. Maybe just slightly below average in terms of Guardiola's standards as a midfielder. Is he a good footballer? Definitely. Does he have the ability, in my opinion, to become much better? I think he does. I think there's a rough diamond in the making there. And I know you don't want to see that, but 50 million quid's a lot of money, I get it. But unfortunately, that's just how it is. And as a backup right now, he's more than fine. As a first team starter in a big game, probably not. Alongside Rodri, yes, probably. But without Rodri, probably not right now. He's not ready to lead the line as a midfielder for Manchester City. But I do think he has potential. And I think I saw some last night, in my opinion, to be sort of... I don't know, I saw something, even if it was rough. But we've seen enough rough diamonds over the years, and I think this one has potential. So they're the 5 things I want to talk about. We are going to miss Johnny Stones. He's wonderful and mainly gives Rodri a rest. We're going to miss him. Fingers crossed it isn't too long. Harren is not normal. We've normalised his brilliance to the point is where it's not fair, but he isn't normal. What he's achieving is ridiculous. Foden's best form in ages, absolutely is. Jack Grealish in the middle could be the one, and Nunes is a diamond in the rough. Guys, that's what I want to talk about in this video. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and of course check out the match reaction which I posted this morning. And don't forget, go and enter this absolutely insane prize, mate. Guys, you can win a VIP trip to Belgrade for the Red Star game, where you can get on a private charter plane, the ones that you see like in TV films where millionaires get on them. The biggest experience ever on football prizes. This is in collaboration with Manchester City, by the way. It's around £3,500 a ticket. It's a ridiculous opportunity. You get a private jet, you get a private charter to the hotel, you get a 5-star hotel, a Michelin star restaurant stuff, Belgrade City Centre experience, pre-match function at the game, match day tickets, hospitality, post-match drinks, private flight home, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And that could be yours for £3.16 for the early bird price. Enter now, man. Enter now, and you could have one of the most incredible experiences of your life. I'll be entering that because why not, man? Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Like, subscribe, catch you all in a bit. Bye-bye.